So very happy to have you here, Xavier, Vincent. So happy to talk about what we're doing right now with LEGRAND, about augmenting the workforce with Gen AI. So let's dive into it. Vincent, a few words about LEGRAND, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vincent Wang, Chief Digital Officer of LEGRAND. Maybe just a few words about LEGRAND. Our mission is to improve lives, and our field to play is the distribution of the electricity. I believe chances are every one of us is already an intensive user of LEGRAND's product. And when you wake up in the morning, how about being wake up by the smart home control of LEGRAND? And when you drink your coffee, you activate your coffee machine, which is directly branched to the socket of LEGRAND's socket and Italian design. And when you leave home, you drive your electrical vehicle charged by LEGRAND's EV charging station during the night. And when you arrived in the office, you know that, well, we are all compliant in terms of security. You see the green band panels everywhere. That is a product of LEGRAND. And when you work, when you navigate on the internet, you can see sometimes it's LEGRAND's gray data center solutions behind, and you get a notification about the consumptions of your electricity in your home. You know that behind it's LEGRAND's energy sufficiency management. And of course, when you get back home, sleep quietly at night, you know that your house is protected by LEGRAND's solutions. This morning, one of my colleagues brought me a gift. Very pure design, elegance. I'm sure that is made by Italian. It's actually a smart weather control station that you can put at home, totally connected to your IoT smart network at your home. You can get information on real time, and this machine can suggest to you quite some scenario to make you feel comfortable at your home. So you see, the thing is, the quality of product is in our DNA, and we want to push this product to our customers, but we also want to push a holistic experiences, meaning that each customer should understand what he bought, how he can use, how this thing can fit into his daily work or daily life. Well, this kind of product, we have about 200,000. And bonus, we're selling our product in more than 200 countries, meaning that we need to create content of our product into about 40 languages, which is a huge challenge to us. How about generative AI can help us to create those product content in all kind of language in a couple of seconds? How about generative AI can help us, help the services of client, help our sales team to find the right information so that we can push that directly to our client? So Julien, how about you talking about the things that we have created?
Thank you, Vincent. So indeed, we've been working for the past, I would say, 6 to 7 months on 2 products that are Gen AI based at LEGRAND. So the first one is called Elia. Elia is a Gen AI agent giving information about products. So to customer support, to product managers, and like in a few months, we also want to open it to public, so to people like you and me, to get information about products again. The second one is called Gaia. This was in the Gen AI app, allowing data managers to enrich data, to generate content, marketing content, when sometimes the fields are missing. I presume for the people in the room who are working with products or services, I would suppose that you not always have product sheets that are completely of quality and available. So with that, we can generate content where something is not existing in the first place. And we can also check the integrity of the product sheets at the end of the day. Okay? Funny story for the product that Vincent had in his hands. So I tried to use it a few minutes ago. I broke it almost. So I should have used Elia to know how to install it and how to use it. So yeah. Let me show you a short video of what is the impact of the 2 apps in LEGRAND.
Imagine assistant capable of instantly answering your questions about the products in the LEGRAND catalog, engaging in conversation to refine your needs and provide a personalized response that meets your requirements. Also, imagine that this assistant is capable of writing content for sales managers and communication managers. We named this assistant Elia, and we invite you to discover it through testimonials. But first, how does it work? Esti will explain.
Elia is an artificial intelligence that uses an LLM, a large language model just like HLGPT that you are familiar with. She adds an internal knowledge source, LEGRAND, which consists of our technical and marketing product data. Thanks to this, Elia is able to understand and interpret user questions, retrieve information from its knowledge sources, and provide relevant answers to our users.
Elia will help our sales teams build an argument based on the customer's profile that challenges them. A rather technical argument for professionals and an argument more based on usage for a particular client. Elia will help us be more responsive and expert while gaining efficiency and response time for the client.
Elia helped us increase productivity in content writing, which in turn allows the web pages of the LEGRAND to be better referenced.
In my opinion, there is a real potential to assist non-expert customer advisors. This bot enables quick and efficient support by providing necessary documents or technical info to meet clients' needs. It ensures an initial response is provided to the client in 100% of cases.
The Gaia tool, Gaia short for Generative AI Agency, was designed to assist our marketing and R&D teams in creating content for life. We kept our content creation processes and simply added a tool to enhance the efficiency of our studies. The initial results are very promising, and to learn more, I suggest listening to our main users.
The arrival of such a tool will greatly assist us in producing quality data more rapidly in multiple languages, and as a result, accelerate deployments.
The way of doing business today is no longer the same as it was a few years ago, and to continue satisfying increasingly demanding customers in terms of information transparency, we need to create the most comprehensive and understandable product content possible. Gaia then becomes a real asset to help LEGRAND teams best meet market expectations.
The Gaia tool allows for a more comprehensive combination and uniformity in the generated results, in French or in English.
Given the increasing volume of data to manage and generate, the new assistance of generative AI, and more specifically the tools Gaia and Elia, are indeed very promising and ultimately already indispensable.
Good, thank you. So the good thing I wanted to share you with this, it's what we did is not tech for tech. All the things that we have been built in straight, like very narrow collaboration with the business. Whether they are customer support, product managers, sales managers, it's for them. The apps that we're building are for them, and it is super important to build that for the business. Okay, but I presume you already know that. So what about a small demo now on the two apps?
I am a customer advisor. I am being called by an end user. He's talking about an entry-level system, the Portier EasyKit. I'm going to check the references. The first one is the EasyKit in white, the 369420. The second one is the same one in black. I'm going to check with my customer which color he has. He has it in white. I know the reference, this is the 369420, and I'm going to check all documents available about this product. It's going to help me because I will have everything in one place. He has a question. I'm not sure about the answer, so I'm going to check with Elia. The question is it possible to use this product in a house with 2 floors? Yes, it's possible. He's asking me something, I'm not sure as well, how to install this product, so I'm going to check with Elia. Okay, so I can see the instructions and I can answer my customer. The call is over, my client is happy. Thank you, Elia.
And thank you, Lou, who is our product manager, who will step into the customer support shoes for the video. Thank you, Lou.
I can confirm the information provided is pretty relevant. Actually, I'm still very new to the organization. It's been a year and a half since I joined LEGRAND. So still every day I spend a lot of time to learn about our product, learn about our portfolio. So Elia has been the best friend to me when I need to learn the knowledge about our product. And once I showed this product to the entire management of France, I said that, well, this is the agent that learned about our product, and he's becoming actually an expert. So we challenged Elia altogether. Those are the true experts on the field. They asked the very touchy questions, and finally, Elia was not bad at all in providing those answers.
So that was for the first one, Elia. Now I'm going to show you a second demo about Gaia, so the app that is generating content. So Alex, the product manager, is going to show you how it works.
Hey, let's see what this product data quality tool can do for us. First of all, I need to sign in with my LEGRAND email. Here we are, and now we can access all the functionalities. So let's try first with Poke Data Scope, which means we already have a bunch of products available for testing here. So I'm a SBU marketing manager, so I select group here. Now I already have a product ID that I want to test here, so let's go. Let's see what it does. Okay, so we can see it's a camera. We can see we have the SBU characteristics that are already existing, and then the technical data. Now we need to generate the marketing content. So what can we do? Well, let's first do it for the 80 and 240 descriptions. Generate. Oh, great. I can see I can compare existing content when you have existing content with the generated one. That's nice. We can already see here for the 80 character description that is way shorter than the generated one. Now we have a question. We are usually working on entire product ranges, meaning batches of hundreds of products. Do we have to do it one by one? Well, the answer is no, fortunately. So what you have to do if you want to work on batches of product, of your product, well, you have to go and upload your data. Here we are. You can remain as group because I'm still a SBU marketing manager. So, marketing data first. And technical data. Now, what you can see is the data you have uploaded here. So we can see we have the product ID, we have the 80 character description, March family, and then all the columns are empty. What do we want to do? Well, let's do it all. Generate SBU descriptions. And once ready, you receive this kind of Excel with the existing content, so product ID and 80 character description, and the generated one, so you can compare. And as you could see, all the other columns were empty. So here, then, you have all the generated content. You just have to review, rework like you want, and send it into the PIM.
Thank you, Alex. So you remember the first thing I told you is that we've built that in close relationship with business. This is the first thing. The second thing is that, of course, we don't have unlimited budget when we work on these kind of things that are quite new. So you need to convince the top management all the times about what you're doing. So with Vincent, we've been working on the team. We've been working on constant business cases to show what is the value we're going to bring with these things, whether it is on the customer support, on sales manager, and basically on the operational efficiency. Okay? We can move on. A few lessons learned about this.
So maybe a few words about the lessons learned. So you see, with the two examples, we have started the exploration of a bunch of generative AI use cases in our group with the business team, technology team, IT team, all around the world. We have a question to ourselves, how we can stabilize our portfolio, how we can make the thing not temporary, but that will last, continue to create business impact to the entire company. And finally, we came up to a four-letter, let's say, playbook, ATOM, A-T-O-M. So I'll explain a little bit the atom concept. So behind A is alignment. The first question that we force ourselves to ask is there an alignment between the business value and the technology? So do we create something for our internal client, for our external client, for our collaborators? Can I find someone that is willing to sponsor the project, that is willing to defend the project at all price? If not, well, it's not checked. We should move on with other topics. And the second one is about transformation, or more a question on the transformation. Is it worth it to bring this transformation with this topic? When I'm talking about transformation, it's not only about the change of ways of working, setup of organization, governance, process, etc. It's also about the investment that we bring in terms of finance, in terms of people, in terms of impact to the entire ecosystem, either it's business or technology. We should have a very clear view about, okay, compared to the value that we can create, do we need to bring this huge transformation? If not, I believe we need to move to another topic. And then we want to talk about managing those products, managing those projects, like operating a business. Well, product is in our DNA of a company. We like the design, we like to manage the quality, we manage also the marketing plan, we manage the deployment to the different countries. We use exactly the same approach when we try to design our product, when we try to deploy our product into the different countries. And finally, which might be the most important thing, is about measure. Everyone here is a techie, knowing a lot about AI technologies, knowing about use cases. I believe most of us create a business case at the beginning of the project, but once we launch the project, once it's on a production environment, I believe a few of us really take the effort to measure the created value, and then compare that to the initial planning to say, well, compared to what I have imagined, compared to what I have planned, did I achieve the value that I wanted? If not, why the gap? How I can improve my plan? So that's a few lessons that we have learned during the process of creation of AI applications and deployment. A final words, well, we're still in a very early stage of exploration. You have seen 2 baby projects that we have created with generative AI, and there's still a lot of things to come. But for me, what we are proud most of is our people, actually. What really counts in the story is not the number of features that we have developed, or the number of platforms, number of countries we push to, but how we have developed as a group the maturity of understanding the new technology, understanding its value. Everything starts from the top management. Actually, with the top management, we have spent a lot of sessions to explore, to understand what is generative AI, what is AI, what are the values, and how we can bring that to the field. Our XCOM, they're the first users of our generative AI solutions. Well, often get called by them, oh, Vincent, how we can do this, how we can do that. You're not doing enough, please push. And I'm very happy with that. I'm also very happy that our HR, they understand the value of the thing. I'd say generative AI, for the first time in history, we never had a technology that is that accessible, that powerful. It's even easier than smartphone, than PC that we have used before. It's a huge opportunity for us. And HR played a very important role in this. And we launched a lot of culture session, awareness session. I believe everyone in our company now understand what generative AI is, what are the possible use cases. For the top management, it's a development from curiosity to conviction, and to the most active people within our organization, We named them AI angels. We have developed a bunch of capabilities, a bunch of teams that are capable not to just use AI applications, but also help the others to create AI solutions. And finally, we see that a lot of people, they were afraid. They didn't like AI applications, just like the other technologies. We can observe a change of mindset. They're becoming interested, and they want to be part of it right now.
Yeah, maybe I can comment because I don't have much to say, to be honest. You said it all right. I mean, I'm so proud of this partnership with Legrand and Artefact on this subject. Maybe a couple of things I want to add. I mean, anybody knows what a Venn diagram is? Venn, V-E-N-N. Like, it's where stems innovation. Innovation, you need three things. Feasibility, I will get back to that, desirability, and adoption. So basically, when you've got a project, it needs to make business sense. You need people to adopt the tool, and it needs to be cheap. So what you said is exactly right. Basically, I like it when you see the business outcome. Basically, people who have testified in these videos are the one using it. So I really like that kind of example where, well, they're adopting it. I mean, we all know that generative AI has got this amazing, fantastic opportunity of conversation, which is what we do. So people want to adopt it. We see it in GitHub Copilot. We see in all the Microsoft Copilots. Like, people really want to adopt it. Question is how. Second is business model. What does it make sense? Which you express it totally right. Like, you've got a business case. I mean, it needs to extract the value for the company. Obviously, productivity. I'm getting time. I'm getting energy. I've got customers who are more satisfied. Employees are much more satisfied, for example. So that's the part you framed it right. The third thing that you also mentioned is costs, feasibility, which is basically this technology is really, you said it, accessible. What does it mean? Is behind the scene, something happened in the last 2 years, basically, is anybody can deploy with the right architecture, obviously on Azure, GPT on an enterprise motion. Meaning you can deploy models, and by the way, you can choose your model. Obviously, you can use Azure OpenAI, you can use Mistral, you can use any of the models, but you can industrialize and deploy it at a very cheap cost. You don't have to retrain the model. And that's the real difference of what happened in the last 2 years is basically now suddenly you can implement conversations which are anchored on your data. Instead of just retraining the overall data, they are retraining your model. Suddenly, you're just using it. It's an API. There's many architecture where you can anchor into your data. It stays within your facility. It stays within your data. It's totally your data that's going to be used. It's not going to retrain the AI model. And then suddenly, you can create that experience which we've just seen, which is part of the feasibility for me. I will add one point of it, which is crucial for me, is the how. How are we going to use it? What's the responsibility that we have in terms of deploying those kind of experience? And for that, for me, there's two things, like two process and tools. Process is a governance that Legrand typically put up in place, but many companies are doing that now in terms of what are the right use case. I really want to use that kind of experience. You've seen like this Copilot experience. That's the way we frame it in Microsoft. But you said assistant. I prefer Copilot, to be honest. Like, I'm always in charge of the answer. I'm the one who's going to validate the answer. I mean, I'm using the tool, but in the end, I'm the one using the answer. And I'm going to be skilled to know that whatever the answer, yeah, I mean, it's an AI who's done it. So I need to future-proof it. The second is tooling. Tools is there's a number of things that's behind the scene that you don't see here. Because it's so simple in a way. That makes it work, obviously, with the slow latency, kind of real-time interaction, plus also the safety features. You might know that there's a lot of risks in generative AI. New risks. Are the model biased? Are there safety problem, etc.? We're investing a lot as Microsoft on that one, and it's embedded in the product. And by the way, we're also using those kind of safety tools at scale in all our Microsoft Copilot, Bings, etc. So that's the feasibility part, which enables Legrand and thanks to Artefact also, to kind of be creative on what the way you're going to use. So what makes sense for Legrand may be different from someone else. from Groupama I mentioned this morning, which is insurance, and it's also customer care conversation, different types of knowledge use case, knowledge management use case. That's where we can be really imaginative and implement generative AI at scale within companies.
Thank you, Xavier. A few words?
Yeah, maybe just one thing to add, because Xavier shared a lot of very cool ideas. And if I look into the future, today we are building actually the foundations. We create the different application in a standalone way. It's a functional scope. But I believe the power lies in the integration. Well, with the Elia and Gaia, the two products that you've seen, we try to build our generative AI front office platform, and we try to connect all the pieces together. And once we have this capability to bring all the data together, ask the generative AI to create the connections, build the relationships of everything, I believe that's where we can really create beautiful things.
Yeah, and maybe to add on this one, all the use cases I'm seeing on the market, and I may know I meet a lot of customers there, but that we're deploying at scale now on Azure and the Microsoft Cloud, they're all about a different way to search for information, a different way to interact. That's conversation-based. So there's many opportunities there, many use cases. I would probably one of the, I would say, recommendation would be exactly like Legrand. Start with the two big use cases, have people adopt it, have people being literate about AI. I'm not asking them to be data developers at all. I'm saying, yeah, we should know all about how does it works so that we'll use it wisely with the right experience embedded into it. And that's about
maybe a few words, and very interesting, about because you see like a lot of transformation about Gen AI and how we scale it, industrialize it. We've been talking about it like a lot today. What are for you the main success factors? Also, I'm very interested into like security things.
Yes. Yeah, because it's like the year 2 for me of generative AI. I mean, the first year was like, hey, everybody discovered ChatGPT. There's a way to do it in enterprise. We're doing many POCs with customers. How do you scale it within the enterprise? There's probably a couple of factors there. The security, I've said it, I've mentioned it, like you need to be really careful about the responsibility. And it's not only about safety, by the way. It's a lot about, does the experience I want to provide has biases? How do I make sure that it's performance in the way I would like to do? Or I'm making sure that, yeah, it's not going to embed potential risks there, because that's the experience I want to give to collaborators or to employees or to customers. And the second part is probably people. Like, how do you accompany people, which I think you explained it well, Vincent, on how do you accompany people in a way to interact with it. I'm always amazed by the fact that there's probably more people who are at the highest top of the enterprise who feared about AI could change, métier, the jobs. But in fact, at the lowest part, people who are in the call center don't actually say that. They actually say, give me the tools to make my work better. And usually, I've seen that in many enterprises, they're not so afraid about losing their job. The question is, yeah, I want to gain time, and yes, what are the values of the enterprise of that time that's going to be gained? Will it benefit for me as to cope with my customers when it matters to them? So that's, for me, the two kind of challenges of scaling that we see a lot this year.
Thank you. And what about the technology evolution? So for these two products, so Elia and Gaia, we've been using ChatGPT 4.0. We know that with 4.0, a lot of things are happening. It's quicker, it's cheaper. Where is it going for you?
Yeah, so what's the trend? Because obviously, I can't share some of the roadmaps. Obviously, everybody is looking for what's the next models. In fact, when you see GPT-0, for example, the real breakthrough is real time and vision. And by the way, it's live today on Azure. So if you are an enterprise, you can use it. The moment more or less it's launched with OpenAI as a strong partner, obviously, it is also available in the different regions, including European regions within Microsoft that you can use on your daily basis. So I think some of the innovation have been done. There's probably two things that, for me, are the core of the next wave of innovation. One is safety, I've said it, like all the toolings to ensure, because there's a lot of generative AI risk, as I've said. The second is reliability. How do you make sure that whatever's going to come out as an output is going to be what you expect? Because again, it's a statistic tool. It's a statistical machine. So you want to ground your experience into your data. So in the end, there's probably more innovation in data to anchor your generative AI than in just the future models or whatever.
Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, Vincent. I was super happy to have you, and have a good day.
Thank you, Xavier.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.